Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is this is Paul Wilbur, and it is Motivational Monday. Click here at any time to view the post on Restream. Okay, whatever. I'm getting all of these comments from Restream. I'm on my computer. I'm in a hotel room in Orlando, Florida, and I hope I'm coming through well. The microphone says it's nice and bright, and I know it's almost timely for me to be on. And here you come. Okay, there's Mark and Andy and Isa, and welcome everybody. Carolyn Kaufman, good morning to you. God bless you. Relighting. Okay, here come my motivational Monday pals. I have some great news for you today. I'm just really pumped. The last couple weeks, I've been out of the country, and so my son Nathan took care of this. And from what I understand, he did a pretty good job. Isn't that nice? The apple doesn't fall that far from the tree. He actually makes me look good. I'm watching Deborah Koprowski. Yes. Okay. There's so many names that I can't pronounce, but pardon me, my eyes are still trying to open. It's only 9:30 here. We got in bed around 12:30. We had a citywide celebration for the Feast of Tabernacles, actually for the King. We had a celebration for the King. And it's because Feast of Tabernacles starts tonight at sundown. And I just got off an international Zoom with Belgium, Netherlands, Africa. Yes, I saw Pastor Dixon from Zimbabwe, and I wanted to, good morning, Bill. I wanted to make sure that I said hello to him because he is he's the one who's taking our resources and turning them into wells, clean water for our Messianic Jewish children there in Zimbabwe. Thousands of them. Thousands of them. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But yes, let's see. Hello, Emmanuel. Yes, Cindy. Cindy Alexander. I just said that is the theme. It's the theme for the Feast of Tabernacles, right? He said, build a sanctuary, build a tabernacle, and I will dwell there with you. People think Emmanuel, God with us, is just the theme for Christmas. And even though we don't know the date of Yeshua's birth, the exact date, so what? We picked a day, and I know there's lots of other blah, 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 blah. But hey, he is Emmanuel. He is God with us. And this Feast of Tabernacles celebrates for 7 days. One of our friends this morning on the Zoom was talking about, she was reading again through the Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon, about spending time with the King. My friend Tommy Tenney and his wife did a made for the theaters movie, One Night with the King. Well, this is 7. So how about that? And you get the days as well. And so let's celebrate. Make a joyful noise. I know people are still suffering. There's lots of things going on in the world, and we can join our voices with the complaining. Or, like a light in a dark place, we can make a joyful sound and say, but God. And, not in a prideful way, not in a way that condemns or or don't try to convict somebody of being an Eeyore. Winnie the Pooh, huh? He has this friend, this donkey that's always, oh me, oh my, and Pooh might say, but Eeyore, look at the sky. It's bright blue. There's not a cloud in the sky. And his response is, it's gonna rain. I can feel it. Nobody's attracted by that. Nobody wants to hear that. The joy of the Lord is our strength. Speaking of joy, I started my day yesterday with 4 pictures and a video that came straight out of Zimbabwe. And I'm posting them, I hope, today on our website. Why were they so joyful? We have been raising funds now for several weeks. As many of you know, some of you have actually joined us in this, raising funds to dig wells of clean water in Zimbabwe. Now, let me tell you why in just a couple sentences. So, for the last 10 years or so, my friend Jonathan Burness has been into Ethiopia and Zimbabwe carrying the good news to a very special Jewish tribe, the Lemba, Lemba. You can Google it. Of course, you can Google anything. And look them up. They are a traditional Jewish tribe, and now we're finding them even in Zambia, where we have great connections. Well, we also have great connections in Zimbabwe and Ethiopia because of relationship, right? It's not that we know so many people, it's that we know some people, and we have hooked our wagons together to make a difference. So, okay, so this traditional Lemba tribe, they trace their lineage all the way back to Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. It's amazing. It is, and it has been verified by the state of Israel. The state of Israel, who is obviously very picky about who is a Jew, so that you can qualify for citizenship, right? And the standards are supposed to be any Jewish blood for 3 generations, and any of your 4 grandparents who are Jewish, then you are considered Jewish and you are eligible to make Aliyah, to be a citizen of the state of Israel. You have to be able to prove it with certificates, burial certificates, bar bat mitzvah, a siddur, some kind of qualifier, a bris, circumcision certificate that will verify that you have a bloodline that's directly descended from Jewish family. So, the state of Israel has verified, certified, that this Lemba people, this Lemba tribe, is authentically Jewish, thousands and thousands of years old. As I told you, my friend Jonathan has been in there with the gospel for a decade. And as of January of this year, there were 150 Messianic Jewish synagogues in Zimbabwe. It blew my mind. Well, it also blew my mind that these people are the poorest of the poor. Our friend Pastor Dixon, who pastors a very significant, large, several thousand member church in Zimbabwe, has been hearing about this one new man message from us in our music and message and ministry. And he said, how can I be a kingdom church, a kingdom congregation, if I have no Jews in my church? And so we connected him with folks. He found out where these Messianic Jews, the Lemba, are living there in Zimbabwe. He took several of his staff members, got in his truck, and drove several hours out into the desert and the bush to find the Lemba. Lo and behold, he found them and found their children and their schools and their messianic congregations, their synagogues, if you will. And they came back so excited that they had found these brothers and sisters, other Africans who are authentically Jewish, but are now also believers in Jesus, Messianic Jews. And their hearts were gladdened, except that the report they gave us was this: these are the poorest of the poor. These people are so poor, they don't even have clean water. When I heard that, my ears perked up. And now we are raising the funds to drill fresh, clean water wells, particularly right by the schools where their children have to carry dirty water to drink to school every day. We are saying, not on our watch. I see some of you are asking for prayer. I'm not ignoring. When I come off the call, I go back over these comments and pray over the ones that I see. So yes, Surb, we see your prayer requests, lots of prayer requests all the time, and they don't make me sad. We want to pray for each and every one. Susan Santiago, what percentage? Well, again, if you're asking about Jewishness, there is what the state of Israel has affirmed for decades since the founding of the modern state. Either grandparent on either side. So you have 4 chances of being labeled authentically Jewish and eligible to make Aliyah. Any of your 4 grandparents, or if they remarried, that are Jewish, then you need to be able to prove that with certification, burial certificates, or marriage certificates. I have my grandmother's Orthodox marriage certificate, and I had her Siddur, and my dad, of course, but yeah, so that's the answer to that. So where was I? So anyway, we have thousands of children, Messianic, Jewish, African, however you'd put that. Messianic, Jewish, African, Messianic, Jewish brothers and sisters, and they are the poorest of the poor. In fact, Pastor Dixon's staff, after visiting, came back and they said, please reduce our salaries and take that amount of money and give it to our little brothers and sisters here in Zimbabwe. These Messianic Jews, they have nothing. So, I was telling you before, yesterday I started my day with pictures and a short video from Zimbabwe of the first water well. We sent a check to Zimbabwe, to people we know and trust. We sent $20,000 that was given to us by a very small church here in Tennessee. You don't have to be a huge place to make a difference. In fact, this church, I won't tell you who, this church has written me 2 checks for $20,000. They have 120 people. But they so love Jerusalem. They so love the Jewish people. I was there with them last week. We were celebrating trumpets. So it wasn't last week, it was 10 days ago. How many ever days? And in one service, 120 people, I told them about the wells and the need. They took one offering, $20,000. So now we're going to drill more wells. I'm going to post the pictures. They'll be up at wilburministries.com. So if they're not there yet, just be patient. I'm going to post them today. And there's a short video of the drill going down into the ground, and all of a sudden, like an oil well, this this amount of water comes spewing out of the ground, and you can hear the people shouting just as the celebration starts. Whoever took the video turned off their phone. But I was told that hundreds of these Messianic Jews, the parents of their children, were in the streets celebrating, thanking God, worshiping God for something as simple as clean water. Now, yes, the pump has been purchased. That will be installed, and then a platform will be built, and solar panels will be put up to power the pump, to bring the water, and the children will not only get clean water, but that money will also feed them a healthy meal every day, every child. This is our purpose. Every child, every one of those thousands of Lemba, Messianic Jewish children, will get clean water every day. They will get a good meal every day. I just met again several days ago with friends in a mission who are going to provide Bibles. And our only challenge is getting them through customs because it's a Marxist government there. Unlike Zambia to the north, Zambia and Zimbabwe used to be part of the United Kingdom. It was called North and South Rhodesia. And but they've had their independence now for, I think, 50 years or more. And so we were in Zambia years ago with a team of 100. We saw 10,000 give their lives to Yeshua in just 8 days. Pastor Bill Winston came with us, and Pastor Robert Morris sent a team from Dallas. And we had a pastor's conference, and we had outreach concerts, 2 of them. One we set up in the garbage dump where children were living, digging holes in the garbage. If you haven't seen anything like this, you don't know how good you have it. You're watching today on a computer, probably in a very comfortable place. You have a roof over your head. You don't have to be concerned about what you're going to have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You have clean water. You have nice clothes to wear. You have a job. You have an income. Now, some of you on here may be challenged in those areas. But remember, tonight at sundown begins 7 days of giving thanks, of fellowshipping with the King. And he said this in Psalm 84, "No good thing will I withhold from him or her who walks with me." Come on, say that with me. No good thing. Say it again. No good thing. Hallelujah. It is good to praise the Lord. Psalm 92, that was the very first praise song I ever wrote after becoming a believer 44 years ago in Yeshua. Wow. Alan, Dios le bendiga mucho as well. I just came from Costa Rica. I was with some 300 or 400 national pastors. In a couple of days or weeks, we'll be in Puerto Rico. We will be in República Dominicana. We will be in Brazil for only three nights, 2.5 nights. I leave Brazil at 2 a.m. To go to Puerto Rico from there. So we are running as hard and fast as we can. Last night was here in Orlando. Tonight we'll be in Bradenton, Florida at Christian Retreat. Tomorrow morning I'll be doing preaching and teaching a service there. Then I go home for a couple days and we have a big citywide celebration in Jacksonville. And then I'm off again out of the country. We have so many invitations now. In Spanish-speaking countries, yo estudio español todos los días ahora. Porque desidero, I want to speak Spanish. I want to be able not just sing Spanish, although that's wonderful, but I want to be able to speak conversational Spanish when I go. And yes, Hector Cortez desde Mexico. I'm coming to Mexico. I think we have a date in January to go to Mexico, and we'll be back. Trinidad, hi, Crystal. I wrote a song for Trinidad and Tobago for your 50th anniversary of independence. I was there with a band. I wrote a song that they played on the radio. I wrote a song for celebrate your independence. So anyway, what time is it? Yep, it's almost time to go. Yes, Crystal, I'd love to get back to Trinidad. I love Trinidad. Almost heaven. Even more heavenly than West Virginia, as John Denver sang many years ago. So, and Thunder Bay, Canada. I've been there. Look at all these. Portugal. Eu sou brasileiro. Oh, well, that's Portuguese, but it's not Portugal. Eu sou brasileiro, mas não falo português. Não falo. I love seeing Marcelo says Spanish is the most spoken language in Israel after Hebrew. Is that true, Marcelo, or is it English? Well, if I can speak Spanish, Hebrew, and English, I guess I'll be good no matter where I go in Israel. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all these blessings from all over the globe. Wow. Lovely to see you all. Listen, like this page and share it, please. That way more people get to join us for Motivational Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday for Worship Wednesday. Do I have a new song? Well, I'll have Songs of the Tabernacle is what I'll have on Wednesday. So be sure and join me here, right here on whatever platform you're on. I'm told that this one gets us into all of them. So click on the, what is it here? Click on this link, the description page, and it'll take you to a link. You can see the pictures of the water wells being drilled in Zimbabwe, a little video. You can join us. Send an offering. When you send an offering for the wells, that's where it goes, to drill clean water. We know of 17 schools. We are determined to put a well at each school where it's appropriate and feed every child every day. These are Messianic Jewish African children and their parents. And we want to be a source to help make them independent, that they're not always looking for something coming from the outside, but they're going to have control of the wells. They'll be able to sell the water. They'll be able to share it. They'll be able to be a good citizen They'll be able to grow crops and grow their own food with clean water. This area where the Lemba live is a desert kind of place. So, and we have plans to go to Zimbabwe. Yes, Zimbabwe in November. I was supposed to be there in August, but the country was shut down just days before I was to leave. We are going. And yes, it's possible for you to come if you'd like. It's expensive. It's not comfortable. There's no Hilton. I'm staying in a beautiful Hilton suite right now, as it's too far from home and we're going on from here. There's no Hilton suite there. But the gratitude of the people will be enough. So pray about it. Think about it. And so until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Ya'er Adonai panavelecha v'choneka. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Yisa Adonai panavelecha v'yasem lecha shalom. In the name of Yeshua, our Messiah, the Prince of all peace, Emmanuel, the one who wants to tabernacle with you. For the next 7 days, he set that appointment on his calendar. Come on. Let's enjoy. Let's be grateful and thankful. Again, click on the description on this page. Join us. Send an offering to these Messianic Jewish African children. I need about $500,000. We have already got tens of thousands of dollars come in that have been set aside, and you can see the pictures of the results of that. We're not paying light bills with this. No, this is drilling wells, clean water, so that our brothers and sisters in Zimbabwe will also join the celebration, shouts of joy and victory. Hay gran voz de júbilo y de salvación entre los justos del Señor. And what about in Portuguese? Alegria e brados de vitória nas tendas dos justos do Señor. How about that? Okay. Dios le bendiga. God bless you. Pray that you'll do well tonight, sundown, Feast of Tabernacles. Look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Like and share. Like and share. I like you. Like me. God bless you.